Welcome everyone. This is our first edition, and basically what I want to do with you today is share with you exactly what it is that we are sharing with you. This is our first show, and this will be a continual show every single month or every single week where we will actually discuss credit and ways that you can repair your credit yourself. So it's do-it-yourself credit that you're going to be able to receive, where whether you use our system, you don't use the system that I use, because I'm not the credit repair guy. Basically, I used a system that was able to get my credit score from 562 to 730. I'm sharing you those techniques and the things that I did to make that a reality. So, and as my journey grows with credit, I'm going to be sharing with you more and more and more tricks and tips that you can use in order to win. So without any further delay, let's talk credit. So first things first, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. That would be outstanding. We're looking forward to seeing you every single episode that we're going to have coming up soon. And basically what I want to do today, we're going to talk about 4 different types of credit. Okay. So the 4 stages of credit. And when I talk about the 4 stages of credit, I'm talking about 4 different types of individuals that are dealing with credit. And this is extremely important to understand in order for you to be able to know where you need to go and how to walk through those stages and where you are presently. Because if you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going. And so you might be in a better position than you think you are. So let's deal with the 4 different stages of credit, okay? So first of all, this is the VANTAGE version of the score right here. So we see they use 300 to 499, 500 to 600, 601, 660, 661 to 780, 781 to 850 to excellent, all the way through. That's VANTAGE. But most of them utilize the FICO. And that's what I'm going to talk about more so today, is the FICO side of things, okay? So for instance, we look here, we see that 300 to 579, that's poor credit. This is an F. And this is where I don't care if you have good credit or bad credit. The 4 stages is no credit, write these down, no credit, bad credit, good credit, and excellent credit. Those are the real 4 stages. But if you have no credit or bad credit, you're going to be in here somewhere. F and D, okay? We'll talk about this in a minute. I'm going to be talking to each and every one of these stages. So for instance, if you have no credit, I'm going to have a conversation for you. If you have good credit, I'm going to have a conversation for you. If you have bad credit, I have a conversation for you. If you have excellent credit, I have a conversation for you. None of these are really bad credit, bad situations. And good and excellent, that's wonderful. But there are certain things that we're going to talk about as well to maintain and grow beyond. Because if you don't have an 850 credit score, period, you should be working towards that. And if you have one, you should always be rebuilding towards it. Okay. So we want to definitely look at this. So my credit score, I was at F credit and now I'm at B credit here, right? I'm at B actually credit. Okay, so I want you to understand this right here is not hard to get over that hump. It's just the fact that there are certain steps that you have to take in order to win. And so you did not destroy your credit overnight. You didn't do that yesterday. You didn't destroy your credit overnight. So fixing it is going to take some time if you made it bad. If you have no credit, you can actually repair your credit extremely quickly. Right? You can almost repair your credit overnight. And I'm going to show you how to do that, because you actually have no credit, and no credit looks like bad credit, but it's not bad credit. And so there's a way to fix it overnight. And I'm going to share that with you. As we go through these episodes, I'm going to have a conversation for each and every one of you. And then that good credit and very good, that good credit is C credit. right there. Good credit will get you some better interest rates, and it will allow you to do some great things. But when you step into that very good and exceptional, there's some things that you can do that the average person can't. Okay. So the 4 stages is no credit, bad credit, good credit, and excellent credit, perfect credit. And those are different stages of development that we're going to go through and talk about. So no credit. If you have no credit, the reason you have no credit is because you actually haven't done the things that are necessary in order to establish a credit profile. That's it. So there are certain things that everyone looks at when it comes to credit. There are 5 key components that they look at when it comes to credit. And these are very important to understand. So what I want you to get is the first component is payment history. The beautiful thing is when you have no credit, you have no payment history. That is a beautiful thing. You don't never have to worry about having a payment history. That's extremely powerful. That is extremely powerful. The next thing is utilization, or your debt to credit ratio, meaning how much debt do I have as opposed to how much credit do I have available or left. That is beautiful. You have none, and this is what we have to build. Okay. So because you don't have any payment history, that's a good thing, because you can create a perfect payment history. I want you to get it. And that's the most important thing when it comes to credit. Retaining your credit is credit payment history. And I'm going to go into detail into that in later editions of this. But your payment history is key. That is number one. That's the one thing. That's the hardest thing to get rid of, is a payment history. Okay. But I want you to understand, payment history, having a perfect payment history is the key to credit. And I'm going to show you how to keep that with way less than what you think it is. Okay. Utilization. Utilization, again, is debt to credit ratio. How much credit you have available versus how much you've used of all your credit. Not just one card, not just the credit line, but how much of all the credit that you have that you still have available versus being used. The next thing is the length of credit, how long you've had your credit. Now you see down in the bottom, you will see a link. There will be different links. Inside of there, we have 2 items. There are 2 items that will actually help you lengthen your credit immediately. It will give you automatic credit for 2 years utilizing our service. So you can click on the icon that says utilize our credit for 2 years, or add 2 years to your credit history. Click on that link and it'll take you there, and you can read that information and do it. I did it. So I want you to understand that you will be able to also do the same thing. All I'm sharing with you is what I did to get my credit score from 562 to 730 in 2 months. All right. And because I had bad credit. So I want you to understand, I did that in 2 months with bad credit. If you have no credit, this will work for you immediately. I've seen people go from 0 scores, right? 399s, have nothing on their credit, like they have nothing. And so they got bad credit. They can't get anything. Utilize this. And the credit card that we also have, it's another link that you can use, a secure card. Use those 2 items, and I watched their credit scores jump into the 700s in like a week to 2 weeks. So I want you to understand, I've seen this work, and I know it's worked for me. So I know it can work for you. And I'm teaching you how to do exactly what it is I did. Okay. So I want you to understand this works beautifully. Now, that's length of credit, how long you've had credit. So now all you need to do, because you have no credit, is create credit history. And this is going to automatically put 2 years of good credit on there. And that secure credit card is going to give you credit. Now you can create a perfect payment history. And that's going to be extremely powerful. Now, new credit inquiries. This is another piece that is very important, and it works very well. Inquiries, you have to understand how to utilize inquiries positively And you have to know how to get inquiries off of your credit report if you're trying to get new credit, okay? But you don't have any. So here's what I'm telling you. While you don't have any credit inquiries on your credit report, don't try to get any credit. That's a bad move. When you're building credit, don't try to get credit. You want to build credit and then go get credit, okay? And I'm going to explain that to you as well. New credit inquiries. You don't want to apply for any credit while you're building credit, okay? These hit hard, and they have rules according to the number of inquiries that you're supposed to have over 2 years. So I want you to understand when we're doing this, I'm walking you through a format to make it happen. If you have no credit, your first step is, if you want to do what I did, is click on those 2 links I told you about earlier. Click on the link below and then click on add 2 years to my credit report and secure card. You want to do that, period. It's up to you. But I'm letting you know this works very well to get your credit jump to the top if you got no credit, okay? And then types of credit. Now we need different types of credit. The first one that I gave you is going to give you a line of credit, kind of, not even a line of credit. Let me take that back. The first one that I'm going to give you is going to give you one type of credit history. The second one is going to give you a different type of credit history. And then I have other ones that I'm going to talk about down the line. It's going to give you a third and fourth type of credit history. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do these 2 first to take advantage of that. Okay, these are the 5 calculation components, or the 5 indicators of where your credit is at. So if you ever want to know where's my credit at, these 5 indicators are going to let you know. And payment history is one of the most important when it comes to someone with bad credit, or if you want to maintain good credit forever. And it's an easy way to do that, okay? So I want you to get that. Now, the person with bad credit, this is where I was, okay? I want you to understand, when you have bad credit, what that means is that you have utilized your credit, and you have now utilized your credit in the incorrect manner. That's it. That's all you've done. It's okay. Most people go through that. Unless you were trained in credit, which is there's nobody that wants to teach you how to utilize your credit, because that's how the industries get paid. This is a debt society. So I want you to understand, this society is based in debt. Right? You hear it every single day on the news when we're talking about America's X trillion dollars in debt, because they function off of debt. It's the key. It's how everything works. So what you want to do is learn how to master debt, how to keep it, remove it, keep it, remove it, and move it, and make it do what you want to do. You want to learn how to control debt. So what happens is that when you first got your credit cards, or you were blessed to get a credit card or this or that, you just spent it and you made a mistake, and it hit your payment history. It hit your utilization, right? And so what happened is payment history is one of the most important factors of your credit history. Okay? It's one of the most important factors. So I want you to get this. What we have to do then is you now need credit restoration. Okay? You will see the link at the bottom. You click on it. And once you click on that link, you'll see where it says something like fix my credit or credit repair or something like that. I want you to click on that link. You need to go through that process. Same company I used to get my credit repaired. I ain't going to share nothing with you that I haven't done. I don't lead where I don't go. I don't do that. And I can't teach what I don't know. So for me to share this with you, for me to teach this to you, it's the fact that I'm sharing this with you basically because I've done it. So it works. I know it. There's no question to me. The question is, can you follow a process to repair your credit? So because you have bad credit, what you have to do is you're going to have to wipe your credit report. And we're going to go over these things as we go through the episodes. But your first step is to click on that link below and do the correct. I want to repair my credit repair, whatever it says right there. I can't remember what the link says. Go to that site and join and walk through the process. All right. And so once you do that, then what's going to happen is now you're going to go through that process and you're going to wipe your credit. You're going to take it and you want to do physical letters. When you dispute online, you give up your rights of disputing. So I want you to understand, do not dispute online. This is a very, very important fact. Do not dispute online. I'm going to repeat that one more time because it is that important. Do not dispute online. Okay. This is extremely important. Okay. I want you to get that. Extremely, extremely, extremely important. So that is for bad credit, you have to dispute the items on your credit report. You can use the system I use. You can use a different system. But the one thing you don't want to use, you don't want to use something like Credit Karma where you are actually disputing online. That's purposefully put there to remove your rights. So you want to dispute with letters that you physically send in only. Print them off and send them in. And the company that I'm referring you to, that company actually sends its sends you the letters through email immediately so you can print them out and send them off. It has all the instructions. All you have to do is follow it. I like templates. I like things where they send it, it's already written, I sign it and mail it. I don't have time to do all that extra other stuff. Send it to me, sign it, mail it. I'm done. Send it to me, sign it, mail it. I did that 2 times. It wiped everything off my credit. Some people have to do it 6 times. Some people have to do it 8 times. I don't care how many times you have to do it. I don't care what you have to do. You have to get that done. Once they send it off, they're going to send you something back, or the bureau's going to send it back. Whatever fell off and what stayed, you got to just mail that back. You're going to email that back in, and they're going to send you another set of letters, and you're going to send those off again. That's for bad credit. While you're doing the bad credit, you're also on top of that going to add the 2 years of good, because now you're fighting the bad. You're trying to put good on there and bad. Most people that got bad, let me tell you something about bad credit. And this was, I'm gonna say I was the same way. So I'm not talking about you. I'm just telling you what happened to me. So most people I find were just like me. Bad credit means they ain't got no good credit. I didn't have none, no good credit whatsoever. Let me tell you, I used up credit. I just destroyed my credit. So don't feel no way about it. It's what the average person does. Okay. So I want you to get that no credit. Bad credit means you don't have any good on there either 99.9% of the time. So what you want to do is balance that while you're building it. So you're going to run that. You're going to do the 2 years good credit on my report. You're going to click on that, right? You're going to click on the link below in the description, and then you're going to click on that link. And then what you're going to do is follow that link and read the information to decide. I advise everybody to do the 2 years. You can do less, but I do 2 years. That's going to automatically put 2 years of good credit on your credit report. Automatically. Bang. Now you got 2 years of good credit. That's history done. And you want to get the secure credit card. Why? Because that mug works. So and it shoots a lot of points on there. So you can move from a D to a C or a B level of credit, even while you're fighting your bad credit. And when you're fighting it, you're going to knock these things off. That's extremely powerful. Okay. So this is a powerful, powerful system that has worked for me. And it's worked extremely well. Now, the next person I want to move to is the person where I'm at now. I was at bad credit, right? I've been at no credit. I didn't really do anything with no credit. And then I moved to bad credit, right? And then I had bad credit for most of the year. So I had bad credit, and now I've moved to good credit, but I have bad credit most of my life, right? So now I have good credit, and with my good credit, I'm letting you know, it has taken me to a whole nother place because it changes your lifestyle. So I want you to understand what you want to do now is you want to take when you have good credit, right? What we want to do now is utilize it. Now you can get to excellent credit, which would be better in utilization, because I don't care, whenever you utilize your credit score is going to drop tremendously, period. It's going to drop. That's why most people, when you have bad credit or a person, if you got bad credit for real and or no credit and you don't understand credit at all, and you ask somebody that got good credit and you be like, well, why don't you just get the card for me? Why don't you do this? Because you'll notice a person with good credit won't be utilizing their credit a lot, because when you utilize it, they hit you with an inquiry, and an inquiry automatically lowers your credit. A hard pull, soft pull doesn't. We'll talk about the distinction later, but that hard pull, it automatically knocks your credit down. So there are phases to go through with that, and I'm gonna talk about these more in detail. But what it is fixed credit, right, or build credit, then use credit. Build credit, use credit, maintain credit, rebuild credit. Build credit, use credit, maintain credit, then build credit. And we're going to go really deep into that. Okay. So I want you to understand that phase of development, we're going to go deep into those stages, because it's very important that you understand this building process. Because what happens, I've seen people who have good credit, utilize credit, right, and then get discouraged because their credit went down and now they're afraid to utilize credit. But it doesn't matter, because what you're going to do when your credit is good, you're going to get what you need and rebuild it. And you're going to utilize this to build it. And the key to that game is payment history. I'm going to teach you how to master payment history, because what is credit good for? Credit is good for time. Had I had credit when I started my first businesses, I've had very successful businesses, extremely successful businesses. I want you to understand that had I had credit when I first started my businesses, the things that I could do, because I would have had so much time to build and utilize my monies in other areas that I didn't get an opportunity to because I had bad credit. So instead of building on a shoestring budget, I would have been able to self-finance my own businesses. That's how powerful it is. So when you understand that, all you're doing is building credit. Even though your numbers might go down, you're still building your credit, because you're increasing what? Payment history as well as length of credit. So it's extremely powerful. So you're going to fluctuate through these, but you're going to do them systematically in a manner to win. And this is going to be powerful. And when you look up, you're going to come up with excellent credit at the end of the day. Why? Because you're going to have followed a system that kept you in perfect credit, no matter where it fluctuates. And when you get to excellent credit, the only place you're going to fall to is good credit. And then you're going to build back up excellent and fall to good credit. So this is powerful, what I'm about to share with you. Follow the steps that I've given you in this video, and let's start working towards success. Anyone who follows those steps, I will get a message that you did. I will contact you. We will be in touch, and I'm looking forward to helping you on your financial journey or your credit journey. And those of you that are doing it yourself as well, and you just want to do it yourself, you don't want to utilize the services that I used in order to do mine, it's quite all right. That is not a problem whatsoever. This is do-it-yourself credit. You can do it yourself, and I pray that you also are able to leave a legacy for your children, repair your credit, and be able to build the businesses and do the things that you want to do. But if you do follow that system, then I will be more active with you, helping you to help you do it, just because I know that you're following that system and I can help you through it. Okay, so that's going to be great. Now, the other thing is, if anybody, if you are looking to be able to help people and want to help them repair their credit, you want to help them do those things, you're welcome to hit the button Get Paid. And on that Get Paid button, you will actually be able to not only repair your credit, but when you refer people to repairing their credit, you will get paid as well. So if you referred somebody to this episode of this show, bang, you can just tell them, bang, hit me up when you get done. You got what I'm saying? Or whatever. So with the first person, then this is the thing I'm going to do on every single program. The first person that hits the Get Paid button on our YouTube station, your link will be at the bottom. It'll be your link that they will go to for anyone that wants to do it and share it with others, okay, that want to get paid. So your link will go at the bottom for that, and for those that, for those two things, okay? So I greatly appreciate you all. I enjoy you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again so that we can talk credit one more time. Have a great one. See you all at the top. Peace.